Hey, I got a Patreon. Welcome and Merry Christmas to all of you. Thanks to those who have been watching all 25 days of Printer and enjoy yourself along the way. I thank you all for the support. Really, it's been great. But now with the gratitude out of the way, let's get down to business. This video is 2 years in the making. A story that spans over 5 years. From doxing threats to pedophile accusations, this iceberg goes deep. And in today's video, I'm afraid you'll only be scratching the surface. So grab your popcorn, take a seat, get that new game that your parents got you for Christmas, turn it on, and just listen to this in the background. Or maybe you're intensely locked into the video. In that case, I really think. Now let me weave you the tale of SquadSaneSlader, the worst kind of YouTuber.
Why do you fucking care? And look at this motherfucking bitch ass nigga over here, Voltage. Dox nobody.
You know better. Two wrongs don't make a right. Two wrongs don't make a right.
But I didn't dox him though, dumbass. So what proof do you have? What the fuck's your problem?
Why are you on live, bro? Like, you could easily just go ahead and talk to me on here.
For, dude?
Like, why are you crying, bro?
What's your problem? And I just love how you have a whole fucking screenshot of me trying to be an editor for fucking Nairo or some shit. Like, that's a fucking problem.
At this point, the only way that you could argue that Nairo didn't flirt with a 15-year-old is to not only deny the public tweets, but the 4 people who testified would have to walk back their stories, and also the picture of them together would have to somehow be disproven.
Fucking Nairo or some shit. Like, that's a fucking problem. Why is that a problem?
He's a pedophile! He's a pedophile!
And he's still on fucking YouTube. All I gotta say to Printer right now is, if you want to waste your time making videos about me, go right the fuck ahead.
SquadSaneSlader, who for the rest of the video will be calling Cosane, is a YouTuber and a beatmaker from Florida who makes commentary videos as well. I see like seems like we got a thing in common here. Song remixes, type beats, storytime videos, you know, all that jazz. And has accumulated over 18,000 subscribers on his channel and has averaged a couple hundred views per video. You know, besides some stragglers in the numbers. And sorry to tell you there, bud, but I don't think it's gonna get better for you anytime soon. So how did I get into the know of SquadSaneSlader, or Cosane? His infamy would grow when he first befriended my friend, my boy, formerly known as Chemtron, but now Chemist. Go subscribe to Chemist, man. He's a great guy. All right, go subscribe to Chemist, guys, right now. Click off the video and go subscribe, and then come back. This is an order. And while being friends with him, he would send a couple inappropriate messages while most of Cameron and his friends were minors, but nothing too crazy, nothing too insane. At most, you can chalk this up to being strange, which later you'll find out might be his middle name.
Yeah, PP cocaine. Biggie watch Cuties.
Yeah.
Skipping later into the timeline, he would get mad over an argument that he had with one of the members, which for now, to keep him anonymous, we'll call him Toenail. For no particular reason, I just wanted to call somebody Toenail. And while getting mad at Toenail, who at the time was 16, he would tell him to get a flight and try to fly down to Florida and fight him.
You know, I'm gonna put my address on here right now. I'm gonna put my address on here. I want your parents to come through here and beat my ass. You don't got time for that. Yep. So don't say shit that you're not gonna promise, bro. Do not say anything that you're not gonna promise to give out.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
And judging by his fighting skills that I've seen in a video. Okay, editor's note, there's supposed to be a video here of him fighting some guy in college, but I think the video is either taken down or age restricted, so I can't find it. You're just gonna have to trust my word on it. I don't think I would have that much of a problem. And of course, with this came my first confrontation with him. And of course, I was banned in his stream chat.
Mods, crush the skull, thank you.
This is something he does frequently. He will frequently ban people out of his chats for mild disagreements, along with just straight up yelling at them for seemingly no reason. Just all out spurg. But how does this make him like low tier god, you may ask? Well, my friend, let me tell you, it gets worse. Cosane loves money. I mean, how couldn't you? It could get you GTA 6. Of course, some people don't know that there are limits to what you're willing to do for money before people start questioning your methods. Let's start off with some rather questioning but not damning things he's willing to do for money. He was first willing to work and edit for Nairo after the allegations with Zach, a 15-year-old Smash player, were proven true and settled outside of the court.
What do you gain from it? And I just love how you have a whole fucking screenshot of me trying to be an editor for fucking Nairo or some shit. Like, that's a fucking problem. How?
His defense was he was still on YouTube, so it's fine.
Why is that a problem?
He's a pedophile. He's a pedophile.
And he's still on fucking YouTube.
Again, his defense for working for a pedophile was that he wasn't banned on YouTube, so it was fine. And when I would bring up this fact to him in a call and a debate that we had, which full debate will be available on my second channel, Printer Plus, he would then pivot his argument to, well, you're defending low tier God, so you're worse.
But you were out here fucking defending Dale Wilson when he's like pretty much a lot fucking worse than Nairo.
When did I defend low tier?
You said, oh, you celebrating that low tier guy got doxxed. Ain't that not celebrating? I mean, not celebrating, fucking defending.
Actually, it is celebrating. Let's be honest.
That's me saying you're no better than him.
But I didn't dox him though. But I didn't dox him. So
it's getting views though.
I just want to open up for a second and say I never defended low tier God. I was simply using low tier God as a peek into the hypocrisy of Squad Sane, just like I do in the title, just like I'm doing now. So for him to pin me as some sort of defender of low tier God is 100% dishonest. But let me tell you right now, dishonesty isn't Kosane's worst crime. No. You guys really want to know what he's willing to do for money? How about faking suicide? If willing to work with a pedophile isn't bad enough, how about faking suicide? Kosane has done this a total of 8 times, and I really only have screenshots of 3 times.
Is this nigga
All
serious?
3 times I witnessed his threat to his own life would be sidelined after a week or so. Of course, me being who I am, I called him out on this behavior, and he's defended this in a multitude of ways by calling me privileged.
And that pushed on to my adult life, where it hasn't even been fixed at all. This is a privileged nigga right here.
Saying that I'm just on his tip.
You're not criticizing me. You're sucking on my.
And in general, just being immature.
Report this nigga, bro. Report this motherfucker. Get his channel taken down.
And while I could spend my time going over his sympathy baiting for views, or how he told his fans to spam Flight or else he would kill himself, none of these would hold a candle to the story that was told by Whippy Voltage, also known as Volt_0 on Twitter. So I'll let him tell his story now.
Around June of 2022, everybody in Kosane's server was getting along just fine until one day, he challenged me and Biggie to a roast battle. And let's just say we cooked him pretty much. And then let's also say that Kosane didn't like the fact that he was getting scrambled like an egg. So he took shit to a personal level and still lost, by the way. Gilbert was also joining in on the fun to the point where Kosane got so mad that he timed Biggie and Gilbert out. He basically went back to his childish ways. I ended up getting into an argument with him saying that he was being too soft and he needed to calm down. But then Biggie's friend Sleepy confronts him as well. But Kosane, knowing him, he just got so mad, he started calling Sleepy transphobic slurs and tried to encourage him to say the N-word with a hard R. Now keep in mind that Sleepy is a trans man and is white. So of course Sleepy got upset and left the server. Biggie and Gilbert were eventually untimed, but they were so upset with Kosane. But knowing him, he didn't give a shit and just started a whole new argument. Eventually it stops, but then sometime later he announces to the server publicly that he was going to himself. Now this is where the first suicide bait attempt comes in, one of the many he's done. He eventually joins VC. We noticed he was there, so we joined him. Gilbert and I tried to convince him not to kill himself because we literally thought he was going to do it. But we were wrong, and very wrong. However, the VC was just filled with awkward silence. But eventually that silence was broken with the sounds of cutting and scraping noises, which could only mean he was cutting himself or slitting his wrist. And the fact that he was actually harming himself in VC and we can hear it, never have I been so uncomfortable in my life.
Despite his love for the show, I wouldn't exactly call him a family guy. I would call him the exact opposite actually, considering that in his own community tab, he would post an entire history of his family's wrongdoings to him.
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Many of these scenarios most normal people would call a non-issue. Okay, but Kosane swears his family is malicious, in bad faith towards him, and everything they do is meant to harm him. So obviously, when you have someone who's willing to air out all their family issues on their YouTube community tab, it's gonna get worse. Around September of 2022, a now deleted video of SquadSaneSlader named A Struggling End of SquadSaneSlader, something I could only find using the Wayback Machine, was released to all 18,000 subscribers of his. In this video, Kosane complains about not getting views and not having an easy way to make money. But by far, the worst thing he did in this video was yell at his mother over the phone over something that should have never been public.
I went there and what I was expecting I didn't get, you know. And
So you're saying they lied. So you basically saying they lied.
When Denise tell me that she's going on a boat ride, right? The first thing come to my mind is that they're gonna have a little party.
So you lied. You act like I'm faking this depression. She said boat ride is yeah. Let me just deceive my son a little bit. Say party. Let me just add party instead of ride.
Together on a boat, okay? That's all I thought. When Denise tell me that.
No, we still believe you're lying about this depression. Just because this woman is speaking broken English over the phone isn't the damning evidence you think it is. A get-together and a party are basically the same thing.
Sorry, I had to let you go. I should just leave you be.
So sorry for telling you to go places instead of saying you're sorry for lying and deceiving me. Son of a bitch! Never takes accountability of her own fucking actions!
Hey guys, Editing Printer here. At first I was gonna, respond to the clips of him arguing with his mom and like asking for context or what's going on. But I think letting the clips speak for themselves honestly does it more justice than I ever could. It's the fact that he got on the phone with his mom, maybe he knew there's already gonna be a situation going on, got his camera, got his microphone, and immediately started recording to address his YouTube audience. Not address his mother who's right there on the phone with him. But to make sure that YouTube sees this, guys, you guys need to see this now. I'm not lying. My mother's a very big meanie head. And maybe she did lie to you about going to some party or something. Are you really gonna? Is that really that big of a deal? You're 20. You're 24. I understand if you were like a kid maybe, and this was some situation where you were just stuck at the house while your mom was out, with people, and your friends were there or something, or family was there, and you just couldn't have fun. And you were just stuck at the house. But this is quite literally a nothing burger. You're 20 years old. So I don't even know why you be pressed to go to parties that your mother is at. But yeah, that's all I wanted to add in here. This entire situation seems like something that shouldn't have never been broadcasted on YouTube.com, much less in a commentary video you made on yourself. Sadly, that's all the time I have here for today. While there are more stories to be told, we've run out of time here. In this video, I have no big call to action like I do in most others. I simply use this as a case to watch out for, because at the end of the day, you'll either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. I'm Printer14. This has been SquadSaneSlader, Low Tier God 2.0, and I'm signing out.